coming up in this video.
There we go, he's a 20. Look at that. Mouth's immaculate. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are at East Delph Lakes in Peterborough. Typically, it's just started raining. Just waiting by the gate to get in. Gotta love the British weather, eh? Welcome back to WTF.
So once we're through the gate, we go straight off for a recce and see if we can find some carp. So I have never fished Back Lake before. I have fished Front Lake and Long Lake before. Did very well in Long Lake, had quite a few fish. Back Lake I went was a bit colder. I did have one fish though, it was a lovely 30 pounder, it was absolutely stunning. But it's my first time on Back Lake, so I'm rather excited to be here. Having a little wander around, seeing what we can see. Hadn't seen too much at this point, and then once I step into this peg here, which is peg 7, I see some signs of feeding. You see a little bit of fizzing out there by the island, and that pretty much made my mind up as to where I was going to go. So we went back round to the van, got the kit out, and proceeded to start setting up, getting some bait out, setting the rods up, and yeah, just settling in for 24 hours. And also trying to beat the rain, because the rain was on its way. So the peg that we fished is shown here on the map with the little green dot in the top right corner, about as far away from the car park as possible.
So both the rods are out, we are fishing. 2 rods, I have one over here by the willows where I saw a lot of fizzing when I got here. And I've got one this side here, just about here. There's a nice clean spot on the bottom. So we are, peg's a bit of a mess at the moment, as you can tell. We are fishing the bowl of chalk, which is far top corner on Back Lake. Weather's looking good for it, and it keeps raining, which isn't exactly ideal for me while I'm setting up, but the weather does look very good for a bite, so fingers crossed. There was definitely fish here when I got here. Let's get my bivvy set up before it rains. Well, we got set up just in time because it is coming down now. The action can set up. I'm safe in the shelter on my bed. I'm out of the wet. But I mean, it looks prime for a bite out there. The wind's just trickling into this corner. Jackets at the ready just in case. You've probably seen we had a pickup there, and unfortunately struck into nothing, so got the rod back out there, so see what happens. Well, losing that fish, well, I say losing it, we didn't actually lose it, we never actually connected with it. Maybe a liner, it was kind of slow, but it was taking line off the reel, so who knows, but still a bit of a gutter. I've been seeing fish out on my spot though, so that's positive. Hopefully that's not spooked them off. And the rod went back out nice, so fingers crossed. I've also been baiting a little spot on the edge down to my left. Hopefully we'll see some activity down there. I did see a little bit of bubbling down there earlier. Let's go and have a quick look while we're on cam. See what we can see, shall we? Just down here. Just by a tree about here. It's looking good, but just a bit of a gutter that happened. I was sure I was away there, but there you go, that's how it goes sometimes. Unfortunately it was windier than it looks, so I've had to cut the audio for some of these clips because it was terrible.
And so I've only been fishing for a couple of hours and we have a fish in the net, which is a great result.
Going guys, we've got our first fish in the net. £17 bait. Right hand rod. Beautiful fish. Great start.
So if you have a quick look at the other side of this very pretty fish, I just want to say it is my own fault for the poor audio on this part of the video. I filmed it on my action cam, that was a bad idea, but not a mistake I'll be making again.
Let's get this one back then, shall we? £17.8. Lovely jubbly. Oh, that's quite a long way down. What a lovely fish. And off it goes. Get it there. Let's get it back out there, do it again. So we've had our first fish. Get in there. So that's prompted me to change tack a little bit because the fish came on the right hand rod, and to be honest, I was expecting to have something on the left hand rod by now. I've seen quite a few fish over there. Obviously had that pickup / liner. I've not had fish from that yet, and it was the right hand rod that went. So I had a little yellow topper on the left hand rod and a pink topper on the right hand rod. So I brought the left hand rod in. That's now got a pink topper as well. If you want to know what bait I use, you'll have to stay tuned, won't you? Not going to give away all my secrets straight away. I also put both rods out with the bait boat because the right hand rod is the rod that went out with the bait boat. Now I can already hear some people in the comments going, you're using a bait boat and you're only fishing a few yards out, and I get it, but it's the easiest way to decant bait on top of your rig directly without spomming and messing about. So, and obviously it's worked. I had a fish on it, so yeah, complain all you like. So it's dinner time. I don't know if any of you would be interested in what I'm having for dinner, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway. I like to keep things nice and simple when I'm on short sessions. We're only here for 24 hours. So I'll just bring a nice chicken jalfrezi ready meal, throw that straight in the pan. The minute you've got yourself a meal, it just saves you bringing loads of ingredients, stuff to cook with. You just need a pan and a ready meal. Job done. I even treat myself to some naan breads. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. I mean, granted it's not 5-star cuisine, but when you're out for 24 hours, that'll do nicely. And your nice cardboard, melon shaped and coloured plates. And wooden cutlery, everything disposable, so no washing when you get home. Sounds delightful to me. Come on the carp. Well, unfortunately the battery died in the action cam, so I don't know if we caught any of this. Another very pretty scaly one. Left hand rod this time. Get in. I'll show you him on the bank. There we go, he's a 20 pounds, 7 ounces. He's a really quick one as well, so I'll get him out shortly to show you. There we go, 20 pounds and 7 ounces. What another absolute beauty. Some stunning fish in these lakes, and that is a cracking result. Right hand rod this time. A little tweak with the bait worked, so I'm over the moon with that. There's 2 fish now. Show them the other side quickly. There it is. What a lovely scaly one that is. Pristine condition. Mouth's immaculate. Lovely job. 20 pounds, 7 ounces. Let's get him back. Well, I was going to show you me putting him back, but he wasn't too keen on that idea, so I let him go. Get him, what a result. Shortly after that immaculate 20 plus, we started to lose the light, as you can see. So we settled in for the evening with anticipation high. I was expecting some more action throughout the night. Unfortunately though, that didn't materialise, and we had a very quiet night other than a couple of our best friends as carp anglers, the bream. So I had 2 bream, 1 through the night, 1 in the very early morning at the absolute crack of dawn, which made me really happy. Better still, they're about £2 a piece. I love bream. But that's the joys of carp fishing, right? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Certainly a cracking one, anyway. Common. Very welcome. You can tell this peg is rather tight, and actually that might be a little bigger than I first thought. Let's get him out and have a look, shall we? There we are then. £15, 4 ounces. Smallest one of the 3 so far. And the first common. So I had a bream at very first light this morning. So redid this rod, redid the other rod as well, and about 20 minutes later, this was the result. On the right hand rod, lovely fish. Have a quick look at the other side. He's a bit lively, giving me a good beating for my troubles. There we go. £15 4. It's been a good session so far, so let's get the rod back out and hope we can get into one of the bigger ones. Well, we're hoping to get into a better fish, and we've done just that. £25 4. Real long one, this one. Lovely looking fish again. What a cracker. Colours on his tail. Beautiful. Stunning fish. Oh, I'm buzzing with that one. Right hand rod again, so that's 3 carp right hand rods done compared to the one on the left hand rod, which was what I thought was going to be the banker. Look at that. What an absolute beauty. Get in there. We'll get a few stills and slip it back. And then I'm going to show you what I've been actually doing. Just returned that stunning 24 pounder, biggest fish of the session so far. That's 4 carp now, so been a pretty good session. I've had 2 bream now, unfortunately, but can't have everything in life, can you? Before I put this rod back out, I thought I'd just show you the rig quickly, give you an idea of what I've actually been fishing with on this session. So you see some tubing, 1.5 foot, 2 foot of tubing into a standard leg clip setup. Little 2-ounce pear lead. I'm not fishing far out here, and bottom is fairly soft, so I don't want anything too heavy. And then we are fishing with a combi multi-rig. So I've got a little anti-tangle sleeve, 30-pound boom. That is N-Trap soft with the coating peeled back there. It's worth mentioning that this boom is a pre-made boom, hence why it's crimped at this end. It's just one I had laying about that I thought might as well use. If I was going to tie this myself, I would Albright knot this here and not crimp it. It's clearly not made any difference in this session anyway. Size 6 wide gape hook, kicker, and then the special bait. So bottom bait mostly, with a very small bit of pop-up top-up, just so it, it kind of sits up but it doesn't waft about. I've watched all the underwater, well, not most of the underwater videos. I don't want it wafting about if possible. I do like a bit of sight on there. If you know anything about the combi multi-rig, you know it's really easy to change the hook. You can just loop it off, loop it on, so you don't have to tie a whole new rig every time your hook's blunt. Anyone that knows me will know I'm quite OCD with my hooks. They have to be perfect. I'll change them after every time I've had a fish. Sorry, there's some fighter jets scooting around today, making rather a lot of noise, if you can hear those in the background. But yep, that gives you a little idea of how I've been fishing this session. Both rigs are exactly the same. When I started the session, one of my toppers was yellow instead of pink, but so they've both gone to pink since, and that seems to be working a treat. Hope that gives you a little insight. If you want more information on this, want to see how I would actually tie one of these up, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to do a video on that if there's enough interest. Let's get it back out there and try and catch another one. I thought I'd show you quickly what I've been putting in the boat before I actually drop this rig back out. Nothing complicated at all. Bigger pellets are the house pellets, smaller pellets are my own pellets that I bought. Some rather special jazzed up boilies. I'll let you try and guess in the comments what they are. Like I say, I'm not giving away all my secrets for free, at least not straight away. And then this is the hook bait, one of those rather special boilies topped with a pink tipper. Really nothing complicated. The fish in here are fed on pellets. In my opinion, they will see that as kind of a natural food. That's what they're looking for, so give them lots of pellets. Pretty simple, really. So in terms of the spots that I've been fishing from this peg, I have this lovely island with a big willow on it in front of me. So my left hand rod, it's been just to the left, just past the point of the island, just out a little bit. There's a very small twig out there. I don't know if you can see it, but kind of to where the twig meets the water there. But not up to the twig, about halfway to the twig. So it's not real tight to the island because it does shallow up quite a lot there, so it's in slightly deeper water. And then the right hand spot is the other side of the island. So if you see the big willow in the distance here, so my rig is approximately here. Again, well off the island. Obviously the willow overhangs quite a lot. I'm in deeper water, and that's where I've had 3 fish, so that's definitely been the more productive spot. I've seen a lot more activity over here. There's been fish fizzing and stuff. I think a lot of it's been bream, to be honest. There was a lot of fizzing down there this morning, so I redid the rod in anticipation, thinking something, maybe the rig wasn't sitting right. Redid it and then had a bream fairly quickly. Potentially it was a lot of bream rather than carp activity. But yeah, that gives you an idea. I mean, if you can fish really tight to the island, but it is quite shallow there, and obviously being overhung by the tree, there's quite a lot of detritus on the bottom. So decided to fish slightly deeper water, and it seems to have worked. Normally I'd have my wrap sticks out and I'd be able to tell you how many wraps I was fishing to, but because you're fishing so close in here, I haven't bothered with my wrap sticks. You can be very, very accurate fishing at this kind of range. It's really not far at all. I wouldn't like to say how far, maybe 20 yards. So, 99% of the time I fish with wrap sticks, but I just didn't think it was necessary here. Some people might differ in opinion. Yeah, I didn't think it was needed, so I can't tell you how many wraps I was fishing. So the session is drawing to a close. We've got about an hour, maybe an hour and a half left. I've got to be off by 12:30. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of information about the lakes. So there's 3 lakes on this complex. There is Front Lake, Back Lake and Long Lake. So we are on the Back Lake. Fish go to just over £37 in here, I believe. Front Lake, they go to just over £40, I believe. And Long Lake does have 30 or 2 in it, as far as I know. But it's predominantly smaller fish, but more of them. I mean, they're very well stocked lakes anyway. The ticket will cost you £30 for 24 hours. They're very small, intimate lakes. They're only a couple of acres. Lots of features, islands, nice margin spots. Really pretty place. Beautiful fish. So definitely worth a visit. I don't know if you remember me mentioning I've been baiting a little margin spot down to my left. So I've moved my left-hand rod, which hasn't done me a bite for a while now, and dropped that down there for the last hour or so. Fingers crossed we might nick one before we finish, but I'm going to have to start packing down shortly. Hopefully I'll see you shortly with another fish. So that's it, time's up. Our little wedge spot down there didn't pay dividends in the end, but it was worth a try. Sun keeps popping out now, which I don't think will help. But we've had a fantastic session, haven't we? We've had 4 fish. Got to be buzzing with that. 2 over £20. So it was well worth the trip. It was all loaded, ready to go. You'd think I was here for a week, the amount of kit I've got on there. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been educational for you, or helpful in any kind of way. If there's anything you'd like to see me do in the future, any venues you'd like me to fish, any topics you'd like me to cover, then please drop a comment, and I will see you on the next one.